Hello, I'm Echo of Thought, and welcome. Look up at the night sky. What do you see? A vast, silent, and unchanging darkness punctuated by the steady light of stars. That's the story we've been told. But the universe is far from silent, and it's certainly not static. It's a place of constant, dynamic, and sometimes downright bizarre activity. Today, we're going on a journey beyond the press releases and the mission highlights. We're exploring 10 space facts NASA doesn't talk about. This isn't a conspiracy, it's simply that the cosmos is so much stranger, so much more intricate than any single narrative can contain. These are the facts that live in the margins of scientific papers, the curious footnotes of exploration. NASA is busy landing rovers on Mars and peering back to the dawn of time, but in the process, they've uncovered truths about the universe that challenge our everyday perceptions of reality. We're talking about the fundamental nature of space, time, and even our own biology. These aren't secrets held under lock and key, but rather, they are the quiet whispers of the cosmos, waiting for those curious enough to listen. So, prepare to have your perspective shifted. Forget what you think you know about the final frontier. We're about to peel back the curtain on a universe that is more musical, more fluid, and infinitely more surprising than you've ever imagined. From the symphony of the void to the very fabric of space-time bending around us, these facts will connect you to the cosmos in a way you never expected. Let's begin our voyage into the beautiful, strange, and unspoken truths of space. We've all heard the cliché, "In space, no one can hear you scream." It's a line that paints the cosmos as a perfect, silent vacuum. But that's a profound oversimplification of a much more elegant truth. While it's true that sound waves as we know them need a medium like air or water to travel, space is not empty. It's filled with a tenuous plasma of charged particles, woven through with magnetic fields. These fields can vibrate, creating electromagnetic waves that ripple through the cosmos. And these vibrations, if you have the right instrument, can be translated into sound. NASA's probes, like Voyager and Cassini, are our ears in the outer solar system. They've recorded the songs of planets, the eerie chorus of plasma waves interacting with moons, and the whistle of solar winds. These aren't just random static, they are the authentic, haunting symphonies of celestial bodies interacting with their environment. The sounds are often unsettling, alien, and deeply primordial. They remind us that silence is not an absence of sound but merely the absence of an atmosphere for it to travel through. The universe is humming with energy, a constant vibrant score playing just beyond the range of human hearing. We send astronauts into space as our representatives, our bravest explorers. But what if space sends them back different? Not just mentally, but on a fundamental biological level. This isn't science fiction. It's the stunning result of NASA's own twin study. When astronaut Scott Kelly spent nearly a year aboard the International Space Station, his identical twin brother Mark remained on Earth, providing a perfect genetic control subject. The study was designed to understand the long-term effects of spaceflight on the human body, and the findings were revolutionary. The data revealed that while Scott was in space, his body activated hundreds of unique space genes. His gene expression changed. This means that while his underlying DNA code remained the same, the way his body was reading and using that code was altered by the harsh environment of microgravity and cosmic radiation. Some of these changes reverted back to normal soon after his return to Earth, but a small percentage did not. His very biology was rewritten, albeit subtly, by his journey. It's a profound thought. To travel among the stars is to be changed by them, right down to your DNA. We experience time as a constant, an unyielding river flowing forward at the same rate for everyone. But one of the most mind-bending truths of our universe, predicted by Albert Einstein over a century ago, is that time is not absolute. It's relative. It can stretch and it can shrink, depending on your speed and the strength of the gravity you're experiencing. This isn't just a theoretical concept. It's a measurable reality for every astronaut who orbits our planet. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station are traveling at over 17,000 miles per hour. According to Einstein's special theory of relativity, the faster you move, the slower time passes for you relative to a stationary observer. This effect, known as time dilation, means that astronauts on the ISS are aging just a tiny fraction of a second slower than we are down here on Earth. It's an infinitesimal difference, about 0.007 seconds for every 6 months in orbit, but it is real. They are literally traveling into our future, 1 microsecond at a time, proving that time is not a rigid clock, but a malleable fabric woven into space-time itself. When you gaze toward the heart of our Milky Way galaxy, you're looking toward a region of immense complexity and cosmic chemistry. Deep within the constellation, Sagittarius, about 26,000 light-years away, lies a vast, swirling molecular cloud known as Sagittarius B2. This is one of the most massive and dense clouds in our galaxy, a stellar nursery where new stars are being born. But it also holds a rather surprising ingredient, one more commonly associated with a Friday night than with deep space. This cloud contains alcohol, not just a little but an immense quantity. Astronomers have detected billions upon billions of liters of ethyl alcohol, the same type found in beer and wine, drifting through this cosmic giant. Before you plan an interstellar pub crawl, however, it's important to note that this celestial cocktail is not fit for consumption. It's mixed with a host of other, far more toxic chemicals, like methyl formate, which gives it the faint smell of raspberries and the tang of rum, but also deadly compounds like carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide. It's a cosmic distillery, a testament to the complex chemistry that occurs in the universe. The moon, our constant celestial companion, seems so solid, so self-contained. It hangs in our sky, a silent rocky sentinel. But the moon is not as inert as it appears. It has an atmosphere of sorts, an incredibly thin, fragile layer called an exosphere, composed primarily of atoms kicked up from its surface by solar wind and micrometeorite impacts. Among these atoms is sodium, and this sodium doesn't just hang around the moon, it gets swept away by solar radiation pressure, forming a long, invisible tail. This tail of sodium atoms stretches for hundreds of thousands of miles, a ghostly streamer trailing the moon in its orbit. And once a month, during the new moon, something remarkable happens. The Earth, in its own journey around the sun, passes directly through this tail. For a few days, our planet is bathed in this faint lunar effusion. We are, in a very real sense, touched by the moon. While completely harmless and invisible to the naked eye, sensitive instruments on Earth can detect this faint sodium glow in our upper atmosphere, a monthly reminder of our intimate dynamic dance with our closest cosmic neighbor. The sun, the star that gives us life, appears as a steady, unwavering ball of light. But deep within its fiery core, a constant, powerful concert is underway. The sun is not a solid object, it's a roiling sphere of plasma, and the intense pressures and thermonuclear reactions within it create immense pressure waves. These waves travel through the sun's interior, causing its entire surface to vibrate, to oscillate in and out, much like a gargantuan bell that has been struck. This phenomenon is the focus of an entire field of science called helioseismology, the study of the sun's quakes. Scientists can't listen to the sun directly, of course, but they can observe the subtle Doppler shifts in the light from its surface. By analyzing these vibrations, they can map the sun's hidden interior, discerning its structure, its density, and the currents of plasma that flow deep beneath the surface we see. The sun isn't just burning, it is ringing, humming with a deep, resonant frequency that tells us the story of its own heart. Imagine floating in the profound darkness of deep space, far from the protective blanket of Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field. You close your eyes, seeking rest, only to be met not with darkness, but with unexpected flashes of light. This isn't a hallucination, it's a well-documented and unsettling phenomenon experienced by astronauts since the Apollo missions. They see streaks and starbursts of light, even with their eyes tightly shut. These are phosphenes, but their cause is truly cosmic. The culprits are cosmic rays, high-energy particles, mostly protons and atomic nuclei, accelerated to near the speed of light by distant supernovas and other violent cosmic events. On Earth, our atmosphere shields us from most of them, but in space, these particles zip right through the hull of a spacecraft and sometimes right through an astronaut's head. When a cosmic ray strikes the retina or passes through the optic nerve, it can trigger the cells, causing them to fire and send a false signal to the brain, which interprets it as a flash of light. It's a direct, physical interaction between the vast universe and the delicate biology of the human eye. For millennia, we have looked to the stars and seen points of light. Now, with powerful telescopes, we see worlds, exoplanets orbiting distant suns, and some of them are far stranger than anything we could have imagined. Take, for example, the super-Earth designated 55 Cancri E, located about 41 light-years away. It orbits its star so closely that its year lasts less than 18 hours, and its surface is a searing inferno. But it's the planet's composition that has captured the imagination of astronomers. Early models of 55 Cancri E, based on its mass and radius, suggested that it is an incredibly carbon-rich world. Under the immense pressure and extreme temperatures found on such a planet, this carbon wouldn't exist as graphite or coal. It would be compressed into its most stable, crystalline form diamond. Scientists have theorized that a significant portion of this planet's interior, perhaps even a third of its mass, could be pure diamond. Imagine a world with a diamond mantle, a treasure planet of unimaginable value, a testament to the fact that the same elements that form our bodies can create something so fantastically different under alien conditions. The universe is a place of extremes, from the blazing heat of stars to the absolute cold of the void. And the coldest natural place we have ever discovered is not just empty space, but a protoplanetary nebula called the Boomerang Nebula. Located 5,000 light-years away, this cloud of gas and dust has a measured temperature of just 1 degree Kelvin. That's minus 458 degrees Fahrenheit. Colder even than the faint background radiation left over from the Big Bang. It's so cold because the gas at its center is expanding incredibly rapidly, a process that acts like a cosmic refrigerator. This nebula is not empty, it's filled with a dense, super-chilled fog of gas and dust. So dense in fact that if you were a being of truly gargantuan proportions, you could theoretically drown in it. The fine, frigid dust and gas would fill your massive lungs, suffocating you in the coldest corner of the cosmos. It's a bizarre thought experiment that highlights the tangible physical nature of these beautiful celestial objects. They are not just pictures, they are places with conditions unlike anything on Earth. When NASA launches a mission, we follow its journey with bated breath, celebrating its successes and mourning its failures. But what about the missions that simply go silent? The ones that fade away? The truth is, space is littered with our ghosts. NASA has an official list of spacecraft with which it has lost contact, a list that numbers over 100. These aren't just small satellites. They include ambitious probes and landers designed to unlock the secrets of other worlds. Some, like the Mars Polar Lander, likely crashed. Others, like the Pioneer probes, have simply traveled so far that their power sources have died, their signals too faint to hear. But many are simply unaccounted for, their fate unknown. They could be intact, drifting silently through the solar system or beyond, becoming space zombies, dead, but still traveling. These lost craft are silent monuments to the ambition and the inherent risks of exploration. They are our messages in a bottle, cast into the cosmic ocean, waiting for a discovery that may never come, a silent testament to our relentless drive to reach out into the great unknown dark. We've journeyed from the sound of vibrating plasma to the taste of cosmic raspberries, from the alteration of our own DNA to planets made of diamond. The universe, it turns out, is not the sterile, predictable place we might have assumed. It is a dynamic, interconnected, and endlessly surprising tapestry of physical laws and bizarre phenomena. These facts, the ones that don't always make the headlines, are what give the cosmos its texture, its depth. They remind us that for every answer we find, a dozen new, more wonderful questions arise. The universe isn't just out there, it's a part of us. And we are a part of it, made from the same stardust, governed by the same elegant rules of time and space. Our journey of discovery is a collective one. The awe you feel right now is the same awe that has driven human curiosity for millennia. So I want to hear from you. Which of these cosmic truths resonated with you the most? Was it the ghostly touch of the moon's tail, or the idea of our lost probes wandering the void? Let me know in the comments below. And if you know another mind-bending space fact that deserves a moment in the spotlight, share it with our community of explorers. We all learn from each other. The cosmos is waiting. There are infinite stories yet to be told, infinite mysteries to be unraveled. If you want to continue this voyage, to keep pushing the boundaries of your understanding and connect with the universe on a deeper level, then be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Together, we'll keep looking up, not just at the stars, but into the very heart of what they represent, a grand unfinished story in which we all play a part. Thank you for watching, keep thinking, keep questioning.